All right. In the meantime, as you heard the president there talking about COVID-19 at the end, Congressman Michael Burgess sits on the House Energy and Commerce Committee, which is holding a big hearing later this morning. We're going to dip in there. Congressman, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
What's your immediate reaction, what the president had to say about this whole issue of testing?
Well, I think he's correct. The volume of tests has markedly increased, as you know, over the last 4 or 5 months. So that's a good thing, I think. You need to know where the illness is if you're going to be able to satisfactorily counter it. In Texas, for example, the governor has determined that we're going to test every resident of every nursing home, all the staff at the nursing homes, and I think that's a good thing. Obviously, you are going to find more cases as you do that, but as we know, those congregate living facilities pose a special risk for people with multiple risk factors.
Absolutely. I'll get back to the hearing on Capitol Hill where you are, but since you mentioned your home state of Texas, here's your governor talking about what has been a rise in cases in your home state. Give you a chance to react on the other side. Here's the governor.
To state the obvious, COVID-19 is now spreading at an unacceptable rate in Texas, and it must be corralled. Not taking action to slow the spread will cause COVID to spread even worse, risking people's lives and ultimately leading to the closure of more businesses.
So was it a mistake then for the governor and other state officials to move so quickly to reopen?
No, I don't think so. And look, as you begin to increase the mobility of people, we all knew cases were going to increase. And I think the governor's exactly correct. You want to be able to counter any hot spots, any clustering of increases. You want to be able to counter that with the appropriate either medical countermeasures. Testing is one of the rationales to employ there. But also, look, Texas is a big state, and it's different in different parts of the state. I've had a conversation with a doctor down in the lower Rio Grande Valley just before the weekend, and the community spread in that community has increased. Well, I think that is something to which you need to pay significant attention, do what is required to reduce community spread. So that will be what we've known for some time: hand washing, masks, social distancing, and all of that is going to be important in those communities. And then what you don't want to see is the congregate living facilities subsequently be badly affected because of the increased community spread in those neighborhoods.
You said something else important a moment ago when you mentioned that a key factor here is that in Texas, you're trying to protect senior citizens, nursing homes, something that wasn't frankly done enough in states like New York here. The governor, Andrew Cuomo, is facing criticism for that. He was pressed about it yesterday. I want you to react to this as well. Watch.
Do you take responsibility for that order and the role it may have played in those deaths?
Yeah, the Republicans definitely are playing politics
These
now
are
handling this COVID virus. Yes, I understand that. Yes, we had more people die in nursing homes than anywhere else because we had more people die. Because the federal government missed the boat and never told us that this virus was coming from Europe and not from China.
As you know, basically sent senior citizens back into these nursing homes, and now he's deflecting and saying it's the federal government's fault. It's it's Republicans' fault. Your reaction?
Well, look, so much of this is unfortunate on so many levels, and of course the principal one is the significant loss of life that has occurred. And all of us at any level of government should be focused on doing what we can to prevent the spread of this illness, obviously provide medical countermeasures when they are appropriate, and to learn from, look, this is a brand new virus. No one had ever heard of this before January of this year. So every week that goes by, more information is gathered about the biologic behavior of this virus, and we need to disseminate and share that information and learn from what's happened in other areas. So I am grateful that Governor Abbott in Texas is paying attention and that he's doing what I consider to be the right things on the ground. Again, when you start to open up your society, you are going to get more cases. The key is you don't want to get a significant number of cases, and you do want to protect those people that are in particularly vulnerable situations who have no other choice about where to go.
Congressman, the last minute we have, I promise to get back to Dr. Fauci. About an hour from now, we're going to hear from him live in your committee. He's gotten some things right. He's gotten some big things wrong. What do you want to press Dr. Fauci about?
Well, I guess we're all interested in hearing about where we are with the medical countermeasures, particularly the vaccine. Dr. Fauci, and as far as vaccine development, has been the person who's been on the front lines of Ebola, of Zika, of all of the medical countermeasures. He's got just a fund of knowledge that is that no one else can compare to it. So we're all anxious to be able to get him in the committee and to be able to explore a little bit about what he's done and what he's thinking. Look, nobody got this 100% right in no country. I mean, it's a fallacy to think that you could, in early January, to be able to predict and look over the horizon and see exactly what's going to happen with this. Exactly. No one could have done that.
Right, which is why, pardon me, sir, we've got to figure out how we move forward. We're running out of time. We appreciate your time.
The vaccine is the key. The vaccine is the key.
And we'll see you live in about an hour. Thank you, Congressman.
Great. Thank you.